Dave, what was important to you coming back to practice today and get ready for Wednesday?
Well, I think it's always a combination of trying to evaluate your team and correct things, but then have enough confidence in your ability to continue to believe that you're a good team and you can respond to a tough situation. And so I thought the last 2 days of practice have been good. I think our guys are they're really focused on getting better as a team. We need to be more consistent because we play well at times, and then there's other times where things get away from us. And so consistency is a real issue for us.
You've got a lot of in-state guys, a lot of Utah County guys. This game, an in-state foe, mean more to them, and have you sensed that this week?
I hope it means a lot to them. You kind of hope it doesn't mean more, just simply because you want you guys ready every day, every time you play. But I think I could tell, in practice today that the guys are excited to play this game, and probably a lot of reasons. And one of them is probably because it's an in-state team.
Do you like having the back-to-back games against in-state teams like this?
Well, we'll see. I think that it's a real interesting week when you consider, that you're playing Utah State and then you're playing Utah, and then 4 or 5 days later you're playing Weber State, and so I think you can get that rivalry, in-state rivalry feeling in your gym, and it's going to stay there for quite a while, and hopefully respond to it.
They didn't play over the weekend. They had a bye. Is that troubling at all to you that they had more days to prepare, or is it this point in the season?
I worry a lot more about my team than I worry about other teams. And, I do know from experience that when you have a little extra time to prepare, that you worry about that too. You worry about the time off, but you also are excited that you have a little extra time. So for us, it kind of seems like we played Wednesday, Saturday. We'll go Wednesday, Saturday, and then we'll take finals next week, and then we'll go midweek games on Saturday most of the way through.
As far as your point guard situation, is that still in the air about Matt starting, or Craig? Is Craig long term there, and how do you look at dividing up those minutes over the long haul?
We're just trying our best as a team to get really solid, consistent point guard play, and I think it's improved. I think it's better now than it was a week, 2 weeks ago, and hopefully it'll be better next week. Who actually plays that spot? If it's Corey or right now Craig or Matt. The goal is to just get consistent play from that position.
Could you elaborate on Craig and maybe his disappointment not getting a scholarship in the offseason, maybe the productivity you got out of him?
Yeah, you could probably talk to Craig about that, but we're really pleased with how he's playing for us.
Has Josh pretty much solidified that starting 4 spot? Is his play kind of...
For now, I think that he has, his understanding of that position, and then I think as he continues to play the Iowa State game, we just felt bad for him. He was sick all day the day before, and he tried to play early afternoon game. It just didn't work out for him. But the key in that position, I think, is to grow it too. I mean, we need to get that. Nate came in and played some really good minutes at the 4, and that should help our team get better. I think that you'll see Brock play the 4 a little bit more in certain situations to kind of give us another look.
How is the health of your team overall with illness and injuries and different things like that?
I think it's good right now. Yeah, the guys, we've had 2 really good practices with everybody involved, so that's been a while since we've been there.
Nate's, you said he was banged up after
both
Montana.
practices, yeah, from start to finish, which is good.
Can you talk about the Aggies and what you've seen on film?
They're really impressive. The St. Mary's game was. I had a chance to watch that, and it was a great game, great college game. 2 teams fighting and battling, and St. Mary's made a few more plays. The Santa Clara game was the exact same way. Santa Clara got off to a big lead. Utah State comes back, and then they end up winning in overtimes. So it looks like a really strong Utah State team where the scoring is coming from both their post players, which is kind of a trademark of Stu's, and he's got good guard play, and I expect a really good game tomorrow.
Stu said it himself that he thought his own team's been inconsistent. And in general, does that show up in practices where it has to improve, or is it a 2 games, 3 game stretch where it finally becomes
I
consistent?
think it shows in every game. You know, when you have lapses in your game, you know, where you go 6, 7, 8 possessions where you're not executing the way you want. And it's not all based on just hitting a shot. It's based on how you are executing and where guys are, and if guys are in the right place defensively, and that allows you, you know, to be able to see those gaps kind of shrink in each game is what you're looking for. And there's a lot of times when, you know, you may score, but you still didn't do a lot of things right. And so obviously the main thing is to try to win as many games as you can right now, but you also need your team to grow and execute as consistent as they can.
They've got 2 Utah County kids who committed pretty early to them. Were you in on them at all, or Marcel and I think Quincy Bear?
Those are really good players. Yeah, and in our evaluation, we really thought that they'd be great players, but I think at the time our scholarship situation was pretty heavy in those spots.
Was there ever much talk? You played the 1-year Energy Solutions against them. Was there talk about ever doing it again in the future, that you both liked it, or do you prefer the Provo and Logan back and forth?
There's a pretty good chance that we'll play in the Energy Solutions arena again sometime. All right.
Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
Thanks, guys.